now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Bhijata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Raman Nasti Parayanam Bharataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittalaya Sada Bhutame Bhorama Buddhara Rama Rame Tirame Tirame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Onnameti Atha Shri Mahashya Sutrani Ayun Rulruk Ayong Ayauch Hayavarat Lan Nyamanga Nanam Jabay Gadadash Jabagadadash Kapha Chacha Chacha Chatav Kapai Shashasar Hal Iti Mahashya Sutrani. So last time we're looking at this rule 6462, which was giving us this special form in the passive bhava karmanoho for these four pratyayas, which is sya, sich, siyut, and tas. As I mentioned, it's not a very important rule because there's no example in Gita to the best of my knowledge. Secondly, it's an optional rule, and it's only in the passive. So and it's only for these four ardhadhataka pratyayas, nothing else. So I wouldn't, if you remember, there's something like chinmad bhava is there in the passive for some pratyayas which are ardhadhataka pratyayas. I think that is enough. And then what you do is you come to this section ardhadhatuke. We start from 6446, and they will find a sutram in that adhikara ardhadhatuke, in the angrasya adhikara. If you look at ardhadhatuke, you'll find the sutram 6462. Or you can remember, like there's some chinvad bhava comes in the passive for some pratyayas, which are ardhadhataka pratyayas. I think that will be enough. Then if you're composing, of course, you don't need to know this rule because it's an optional rule. And if you're reading, then if you just know that chinvad bhava is possible some in the dhatuke, then you can come and look up the rule. I think that is good enough. Also today we get some chance to practice some more because in the examples that this book has given on the next page, we're going to see the same thing again on top over here. The same examples here, we're going to use this rule again. In this last two columns on the next page, 93, we're going to use the same rules again. So we'll practice some more at that time. Okay, let us look at these now. The future participles. The sya, tru, and sya, man is what you in the book. These are just shatra and shanach again. Now, what happens is that the sutram that we have learned for the present participles was what? Let us shatra shanachava prathama samanadhikarane. So that was in 3.2, right after the Vartamane Lat, which is I think 3.2.123, and as we have seen before in the class, Panini has this adhikaras in the chronological order. In the chronological order, he has the Bhute adhikara, which starts from I think 3.2.84, and then comes the Vartamane adhikara, which starts from Vartamane Lat. I think it's 3.2.123, I think that is, and then there is the Bhavishyati adhikara, which starts from 3.3.3. So now, why are we going to Vartamane Lat? Because there is a sanya that we need from there. There are Shatra and Shanach, which are given as an Adeshas for Lat. That is Shatra Shanachava Prathama Samanadhikarane. And then he says, Sambodhanecha Lakshana Hetvoho Kriyayaha. And then Tausat. So by 3.2.127, the Shatra and Shanach get the Sanya, Sat. They get the Sat Sanya. Now we will need that because then when we go to the Bhavishyati adhikara, there Panini will say Litas Sadva. So Lit also can take the Sat pratyayas, which is Shatra and Shanach, optionally. They don't have to take, but they can take it optionally. So you have a choice. You can do of course, as usual, the tip tajji. We can also make Litas Sadva. So that is so let's put in the document. So first it's a two-step process, we'll use the sanya, tau sat, from 3 to 127. To Shatra and Shanach get the sat sanya. And then litas sadva. So 3 to 127, followed by 3, 3, 14. That's the two-step process. Now, let's take a simple example. Like, so let's take the Gita example. Yotshyamananaveksheham etetra samagataha. So, let me see those warriors who are about to fight, who are intent on fighting. Yotsyamanan. So, let's take the dhatu yud. Dhatu is yud. And then let's start with the pratyaya and rit. I'm sorry, rit. And then litas for stau sat. So Shatra and Shanach get the sat sanya, and litas sadva. So now, which one do we use? Do we use Shatra or Shanach? How do we decide Shatra or Shanach? Let me see. Karthik, can tell us which one to use here?
We'll have the Tangana Atmane Padam, so Shanach will be for Atmane
Padam. Okay, so let's slow down. So let's Tangana Atmane Padam. What number is that roughly?
I don't know the number.
Take a guess.
It will just be below.
Which chapter was
Lasya? Should be in 3.
Only gives the Lakara Adesha. This is a Sanya Sutra. So where will that be?
It should be in the first 2 chapters, 1 or 2.
Oh, no, first chapter only.
First chapter.
First chapter. And it is here. Tangana is 14100. Okay. Tangana Vatmane Padam. So left parasmay Padam. Apavada is Tangana Vatmane Padam. So any la Adesha in place of la, when you do any Adesha, it gets the it's parasmay Padam sanya. But if it's a part of tang pratyahara, tang means what atam ja, thas atam dvam idvahi mahing. Either that or the ana, shanach, kanach. Shanach is not the only one. So, and there is a small paribhasha here which says niranubandha grahane sanubandhakana apigrahanam. So when you just say ana, it includes the shanach, kanach, all of them. So right now we have shanach. So if the dhatu is an atmanepadi dhatu, if we create atmanepadam endings, then we will have to use the shanach. Otherwise, a default will be shatra. So that's how. So left parasnepadam, tangana, atmanepadam. So dhatu yud happens to be a atmanepadi dhatu. And then what's the next step, Karthik? What do we do here?
We'll have to bring in Sya by Syata.
Let me just put this 1 second. Let me just put this one here. Let me put a yud plus shanach. Okay, what's the next step now?
We'll have to bring the shanach then Sya by Syatasil Rulutoho.
But you can also let's remove the it letters also. What will be the shanach it letters?
Lashakva Tadhite and Halantyam.
And of course the tala vishakara means pratyaya into a sarvadhatika pratyaya. So we would have normally had kartari shap, but tasya pavadaha is shatasil lutoho. So because the shanach was a lit adesha, it has thani vadbhavaha. So it is going to get the, now we'll get, so let's put the numbers here first of all, some numbers. So we had the 3, 2, I think 127, the tau sata, and 3, 3, 14, litas sadva. So we got that. Then of course we use the, I'm not putting in the it's I think you all know by now all the it sanya vidhayakani sutrani, from 132 to 138. So those I think you all know. Okay, and now what number is that, Karthik, you think? The Shatasi Lurito, what number is that?
Shatasi Lurito
3133.
3133. Okay.
Right after Sanajanta Dhatava is 3132.
30.
The next one right after that is 3133. is the Shatasi Lulatoho. Let me double check, but I think that's what it is. 3132, yeah. Sanajanta Dhatava 3132, 3133 Shatasi Lulatoho. So now we got the pratyaya Sya. So we got Yud plus Sya plus Ana. Okay, what's the next step here?
We'll get Puganta Lagu Padasya cha.
Puganda Lagupadasya cha, so become
Yod.
Yod. So let us put the 3133. Okay, then Puganda Lagupadasya cha, we can do Yod, and then of course the same Sya plus Ana. Okay.
And I
Now,
think
what number is that?
I don't know the number.
786.
738.
Okay, what's the next step?
We'll also get the Muk Agama here, Ane Muk.
Anemuk. What is the requirement for that?
It should be preceded by Akara.
Adantamangam.
Adantamangam.
Adanta Adangat. You get actually who gets the Muk Agama, by the way? Is it the Shanach or is it the Angam?
I think the Angam should get.
It has to, because Adyanto Takito.
Takito.
Adyanto Takito. So it becomes the Muk is the Antyavayava.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go there. Let's see how. I think the number is 7282 Ane Muk. So Ane Muk. So I think when Ana follows, Adantasya Angasya, Koyed Angasya Dikara we are in. So the Angam takes the Muk Agamaha. When if it's a Adantamangam and the Pratyaya Ana follows. So 7282 Ane Muk. Of course in the Muk Upadesha Junanasika It Halantyam. And by Adyantau Takitau, we're going to, that Muk is going to become the Ma, going to become Antyavayavaha, the ending member of where it's going to. So 7282 Ane Muk, and I think 1146 is Adyantau Takitau. Adyantau Takitau. So okay, let's do that. So we're now going to get Yod plus Sya. Syam really, and then we're going to get the Ana. So we have used the 7282 along with the Paribhasha Sutram 1146 Adyantau Takitau. Okay, what's the next step? I think
We will get Kharicha for Dha becoming.
You should check one thing, which is what?
Idagama.
Idagama, because Ardhadhatapasya Valade. So now we have to go to our Dhanteshu list. And Dhanteshu list, we better find the Dhatu Yud in there, because if not, there must be some other sutram that has to stop the Idagama. So one thing, these two things we should always do. When you have adding Pratyaya, which is Ardhataka Pratyaya, you should see if there's any Gunavriddhi and any Idagama, which is Valadi. So in the Dhanteshu, Prudha, Kshudha, Buddhya, Bandha, Yudha, okay, it's there. So it is an Anid Dhatu, so there's no Idagama. So that is done. Okay, now I think the Sapal Saptadhyaya Karyam Samaptam. So we're now ready to go into, always keep this distinction in mind. When you depart from the first routine, or the 7.1 routine, and go into the second routine, what situation are you in? So we are in a situation of Yod, Syamana is what we have. And then as Karthik said, Kharicha. Kharicha says what, Karthik? What is the requirement for that?
When we have Jal followed by Kar, the Jal will go to the Char Adesha.
Char Adesha. So this is in the Tavarga. So Char is what? Kapa, Char, Cha, Tha, Cha, Ta, Tav, Kapai, Shashasar. So it's the Prathama Varnaha and also the Shashasar. So clearly this is going to go to go to the first member is going to be Yot. It's going to be Yot Syamana. Okay, so that will give us now Yot Syamana. Okay, now this Syamana is what has been done in the book over here, by the way. Is he has already taken the Muk Agamaha. The Muk Agama will always come because the Pratyaya is Sya. The Angam is going to end in the short A. Because the Pratyaya we know Sya is coming. So Sya is clearly a Adantam. Adantamangam it will generate adantamangam avashyam bhavishyati. It will always have to be. That's why he's already assumed the muk is coming, and he made syamana. Really, syamana is not the particle at all. The pratyaya is shanach, as we just went through the whole thing, and the angam takes the muk agama. So the yotsyam becomes the angam, yotsyam, and then the ana. So that's what is done. That's what is done in the book. Now, okay, let's take a Parasmipadi example. Let's say dhatu gam. So let's cutting off in that first. Also, let's go to the gum. Okay. So yotsyamani is a pratipadikam. This will be the good news is that this will be declined like Rama Shabda. Or if you want to make the feminine, you'll have to do the ajadyata shtap, yotsyamana, you'll have to make it like that. And it'll become Ramavat, Sitavat. And of course, Vanavat in the neuter. So in the Gita, when you say yotsyamana naveksheham, that yotsyamanan is like Raman. Yotsyamanan. I think that's chapter 1. You can look at our Gita, our chapter. Oh, it's here we have chapter 1 itself. Yotsyamana naveksheham ya etetra samagataha. Here it is. It is Gita chapter 1, number 23. So 1.23 in Gita. So Gita 1.23. Okay. By the way, and the last thing which we did in the last class, if anybody can find an example for that, I'd like to see it, because I've not been able to find an example for that in literature, that rule which we saw last time. There must be some example somewhere, but it's quite uncommon. If you see an example of the last sutra, that's 6462, you can send me an email or post it, and we will, we'll have some reference point. Okay, let's take the dhatu gam. Say it is a Parasmipadi dhatu gam, and let's see if we can get what steps we will have over there. So doing the same steps now. Gam plus rit, and because this is a Parasmipadi dhatu, because of laf Parasmipadam, the Shatru will retain the default Parasmipadam sanya. So the Shatru pratyaya is Parasmipadam. So the next step will be the same thing, tausat and litas sadva. So putting those two together, we will get let's see, we get gam plus Shatru. Okay, gam plus Shatru. All right. Now, who wants to do this one for me? Let's see. Somebody else. Let's see who can do it. I think Indu just joined the class. Let me see. Satya can do it. Let's see. Satya is there. Satya is there?
Yes.
Okay. So let's finish this one for me. So you got gam plus Shatru. Now, what are the letters in Shatru?
R
By,
and Sha.
Yeah, by Lashak.
Upadesha Jananasake Lashak Putat.
Lashakatatjite. Thank you. So now, okay, what's the next step now? The same as before. We get your Shatasi Lulutoho, right?
Yeah, Satasi Rul Rutoho.
Lulutoho. So this one,
So
I'm not putting the numbers. I guess we can put the numbers again here also. So this was again the same thing. The
3-1. Sorry.
The one
3-1-33.
Yeah, that's 3-1-33, and the prior
one. The previous one is 3-2.
127 Tausat.
Right.
And the litas sadva. And now when we get the gum plus, as Satya said, when you put the Shatasi Luratoho, we just take the Sya Pratyaya which you had over here by the same number 3-1-33 and put that over here. Okay. And what's the next step?
Okay. Do you want to do the remove the it letters also? At.
Yeah.
Shatru. At.
Yeah, because I will remove that one and make it at only.
Oh, you have it in the bracket, sorry. Okay.
Well, I'll remove. I'll take it. We don't need the bracket anymore, so we can make it at. All right. Now what's the next step?
Idagama.
Idagama, you check that. By the way, in the last one, of course, we didn't mention, but we had the Akasami Dirgha obviously was coming between the Sya and the no, I'm sorry.
Right,
We
right,
had
right.
we had the Mukagama. No, take it back. We had the Mukagama, so there was no Akasami Dirgha.
Right. Here you take Atogune.
Here we have to Atugone, but
But
let's talk about let's finish that. So between the Sya and the At, we would have had Akasami Dirgha, but the Apavada is Atogune. If you have a
Right.
non-Padanta Akaraha, followed by a letter which is a Guna Sanya, Adeng Gunaha, then Pura Parayoho Ekadeshaha is the Pararupam Ekadeshaha. So by that Apavada for the Akasami Dirgha in this case, so we now get Gum, I'm sorry, Gum plus Syat. So because between this and we got the Ekadesha of the Pararupam, so Gum plus Syat. Now, I think that's what he has given in the book. In the book, what has been given is the Shatru when he has already done this Atogune. The Pararupam Ekadesha already has been done. He's saying Shatru. Of course, the Ru is an It, which has been given in the book. Okay, now let's talk about the Idagama. The Idagama.
There has to be a sutra for this, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, Gum is Anid Dhatu.
Anid Dhatu, but you are getting Idagama.
So Idagama is going to come. So yes, there must be some sutram in the 3-2-35 to 75. Because
7-2.
7-2, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. 7-2-35 to 75 is Ardhatika Sid Valade up to 7-2-75. I think this one is Gamerit Parasme Padeshu. Gamerit Parasme Padeshu. The Sakarado Pratyam, because Anuvritya of say is coming down. Sakarado Pratyaya Pare, Gamehe Idagamasya. So, Parasme Padeshu. So the Gam will allow the Idagamaha if the Pratyaya following is a Sakaradi Pratyaya. We have the Pratyaya Sya. This is in Parasme Padam. So we will get the why Parasme Padesha? Because when you get some Upasargas, Gam can become an Atmanepadesha Dhatu. But right now we don't have that, so it's Parasme Padam only. Gam is a Parasme Padesha Dhatu in the Dhatu Pasha. But under some circumstances it can become Atmanepadam because Upasargas can come in like Sangacha. When you say Sangacha, becomes Sangachate. So in that case, this rule will not apply. But anyway, right now we are in the default Parasme Padam and we have a Sakaradi Pratyaya following. So by Gamerit Parasme Padeshu, Anuvritti of say is coming down. For 7-2-58, we get the Idagamaha. So we get Ga, Miss, Gami. I should make it like this. Gum, Isyat. Alright, now what do we do now from now?
So Gami.
I think only the remaining is
only Adesh Pratyaya.
Adesha Pratyaya, Murdhanya Adesha. So we have the
Murdhanya Adesha.
So we have the Sakara of Syat, which is a Pratyaya Avayava. It is preceded by the in letter, which is E in this case. And we get the Murdhanya Adesha. So let me put this number here, which I forgot to put, which is I think 7-2-58. Gamerit Parasme Padeshu, 7-2-58. And then followed by that, we get the Adesha Pratyayoho, Murdhanya Adesha. So you get Gamishyat. Okay. Now we see to decline this. We have to see two things now. Thank you, Satya. We have to see how to decline this, and the second, which I think we're seeing on the next page, and also what is the meaning in which this is coming, also on the next page. So this is a basic prakriya. One more time, we'll repeat it, that the Shatru and Shalash get the Sat Sanya by 3-2-127, Tau Sat. And then Litas Sadva, Lit can be Sad Adesha optionally. So when you want to make a Krudanta form out of it. So, and because of left Parasme Padam, Tangana, Vatmane Padam, the Shatru will be for the Parasme Dhatus, and the Shalash will come in the case of Atmanepadi Dhatus. And the first one we saw, Yotshyamanan, the only thing there special was the Muk Agamaha, which is going to come all the time when Sya is there, because Sya is going to create Adanta Mangam all the time. So we're going to get the Muk Agamaha, Ane Muk. Always you check the Idagamaha as the case may be. It will depend from Dhatu to Dhatu. And Parasme Padam, only thing is there because of the Ato Gune, we get the Eka Resha between the Akara, the Antya Akara of Sya, and the Adi Akara of Shatru. There is Eka Desha of the Pararupam. So that is why we get the Syat. Then here also idagama has to be checked as necessary. So that's the basic prakriya. Now in the book, what is given is that he's given a shortcut. That the termination syanti is replaced by syat. Now why does this work like that? It works like that because the pratyaya, when you say syanti, the pratyaya is tip plus ji, and then joantaha. So that when you say joanta, it becomes anti. So that is also a akaradi pratyaya. And so it's going to go through the same steps as we went through now. So there's going to be, it is also a pratyaya which is apit. So it's not going to cause, of course in the case of sya there's no guna, anything there anyway possible of sya, but it is pratyaya which is sarvadhatakam, and it's also apit. So that's why this thing works. The shortcut between the G and the of course joanta becomes anti. Between this anti and the shatru, the similarity is that both of them are beginning with an akaraha, and that both of them are apit pratyaya, which are sarvadhataka pratyayas. So this works almost all the time. So if you the same prakriya, you go for the, so if you take the third person form gamishyanti, make it gamishyan or gamishyat pratipadikam in the future participle. That's a short form, shortcut. The same shortcut we took when we did the present participle also. And then the same thing is doing in the syante. It's like, lapsyante when you do. Lapsyante, lapsyamanaha. There's also the same thing, the pratyaya ja, because of, again, joantaha. Then titatmane padanam te re becomes ante. It's adadi pratyaya, which is savadhatakam, apit. So it has the same characteristics of this shanash pratyaya. It is, of course, in case of shanash, what happens is that the muk agama is coming. So muk agama is going to become mana, mana. So he's saying that replace the syante with the sya mana, because as we saw today, the shanash will take the muk agama all the time, because you're going to have an angam ending in akaraha, because you're going to have this pratyaya. Sya is going to be there, and it's going to take. So that's another shortcut. You can do it like that also. But there's only one situation that I know of, by the way. The shortcut does not work in the present participle. Anybody in the class, by the way, just an extra. You tell me one place where, not in this situation, but in the present participle, if you take out the ending ate or ante and replace it by ana, it will not work. Anybody in the class? See, most of the time, see, in the case of future participle, this is going to work. We're going to get sya all the time, and this is going to work because there's nothing special different between the anti and the shatru and the ante and the anach, shanach and the mukagama. But in the present participles, when we use in place of lat, when we bring it in, can you tell me one situation where removing the ate or ante and adding the ana will not work? Anybody in the class? Okay. The one situation that I know of that it doesn't work, again in the case of present part, I'm talking in the case of present participles, not in case of future participles, is there is this dhatu shi, shing shayane, to sleep, shing. And that is a special sutram called shingo rut. So if you take again I'm a little bit of side tracking, but the shortcut works very well. The shortcut of taking the third person plural and removing the anti or the ate or the ante and adding respectively the shatru or the shanach, it works very well. In the case of dhatu shin, there is a special rule, says shingo rut, and so before, right below the joantaha, so joantaha adabhyastat asmadipadeshwanataha shingo rut. So shingo rut says that for the dhatu shin, you get a rit agamaha for the ja. So the third person plural lat form of dhatu shing is sherate. This comes in Devi Mahatmyam, Bhuvi sherate. So it also comes in the Shiva Mahimna Stotram, so sherate. If you take sherate and you try to remove the ate and add the ana, you'll get the wrong form. You want the form shayanaha. Shayanaha is the shayana, of course, pratipadikam is the Vartamadi Kridanta Pratyaya form, Rupam. But because Rut Agama comes only for the Ja, it will not come for the Shanach. So this is the one place that I know of. Again, we're talking about in the present participles, not future participles. The present participle for Dhatu Shing, just removing the Ate and putting the Ana will not give the right form because of this Rut Agamaha. Anyway, that's just on the side. Otherwise, this shortcut will work very well. It works almost all the time. And in the case of future participle, I think it will work all the time. Because this here, when you get this here in between, there is really nothing that can disturb that shortcut. Because you're going to have the anti, ante, remove the anti, and make it syat, remove the ante, make it syamana. I don't think there's an exception that I can think of which will disturb the shortcut. Okay, but anyway, doing the long way also is not very difficult, but you can do the short way also. So the next page, what he's saying is that, and let's see, maybe I can bring Karthik on the line again. So Karthik, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to this table now. Okay, so given some dhatus, let me just go to the column headings. He's not giving any column headings here, so let's put the column headings first. Of course, the first column is a dhatu. What's the second column, Karthik?
This is the Rit Prathama Purusha Bahuvachan.
Bahuvachanam, and it's Parasmepadi. Parasmepadi form. And this is, I think he has given the, we can say that I think all the dhatus that he has given here looks like a kartari prayagaha. Nyasyanti, Shroshyanti, Hanishyanti. And then, okay, so we can make it kartari, it has to be kartari because, it cannot be, why cannot be passive, Karthik?
We have Parasmepadi endings.
So what sutram will tell you that it cannot be passive?
Sheshat Kartari Parasmepadam.
Well, Sheshad, but then what about what tells you that in the Atmanepadam has to be used in the case of passive? Okay, anybody in the class tell me what sutram tells you that in the passive you have to use Atmanepadi endings, Atmanepadam. Okay, yeah, Anuji has the answer. Yes, sir.
Bhava Karmanoho.
Bhava Karmanoho. What number is that? Okay, which Pada Vashtadhya is that?
It must be in the third.
1.3. Okay, Induji, you have the answer? Number? I think Indu, your mic is not working yet. You can okay, and from 1.3.12 starts this discussion about the Padavyavastha. And the first sutram 1.3.12 says that Anudatta Jnita Atmanepadam. Yeah, okay, Satya got the answer. 1.3.13, thank you. And the very next sutram, 1.3.13, is Bhava Karmanoho. So Atmanepadam Anuvritti is coming down. So from 1.3.12 up to the end of 1.3, Panini discusses about which terminations to use, Atmanepadam or Parasmepadam. And the rule which Karthik was mentioning was 1.3.78, Shesha Kartari Parasmepadam. So up to that, of course, in between there are some dhatu which can take either one of the endings. Anyway, from 1.3.12 to end of 1.3 is a discussion about which ending to use. And the very second sutram in that, of course, we need Anuvritti of Atmanepadam. So it cannot be the first sutram. Because you need Anuvritti of Atmanepadam has to come down from 1.3.12. So 1.3.12 gives the Anudatta Jnita Atmanepadam, and then Bhava Karmanoho 1.3.13. 1.3.13 Bhava Karmanoho. So that's the sutram. And that really has very few violations. Of course, like in Bhagavad Puranam, there are some places where that is also violated. But at least 99%, that sutram is not violated in practice. So if you see a Parasmepadam ending, you can almost definitely say this cannot be a passive form. This cannot be a passive form. So before you start thinking passive, always check, what ending do you have? And if you don't have Atmanepadam ending, and Tangana Atmanepadam, so it should be a tang ending, means ta atam sha, tha sa tham dham, id vahi mahi, or it has to be the ana pratyaya. If it's not one of these, this cannot be bhava karmano. Okay, so this first column in the book, this better be kartari. This cannot be karmani. Okay, what's the second column, Karthik?
It's the future participle that we just discussed.
Yeah,
What do we call it in like the Sanskrit name for this particular thing?
I think you can say shatrantam.
Okay.
I think you can say because see vartamani kridanta this here, right? For the present participle. Bhavishyati kridanta you can say. Bhavishyati kridanta. So it's a participle in the future participle. So bhavishyati arte kridantam group. So okay, so nyasyat. Then what's the so far we just put in the column heading. What's the third column here?
I think these dhatus are ubhayapadi, so this is just atmanepadi endings. Prathama purusha bhavati.
I think this is the karmani prayoga. Column number 3. So no matter what the dhatu is, I think you in bhava karmanoho, because he's also given us the alternative form here, the chinvad bhavaha. So this is the karmani prayoga here, this third column number 3. Column number 3 is karmani prayoga. Of course the dhatu could be ubhayapadi, but what is given here is for all dhatus is given the karmani prayoga form, bhava karmanoho. Bhava or karma he has given. So by the way, can this be in bhava or karma? Karthik, what do you think?
I think all of these are karmani. I think.
Why not bhave? Anybody in the class? Because bhava karma no, we said it can use Atmanepadam endings. We do have that. Okay, Usha ji has the answer. Yes, Usha ji.
Because bhava can only be in singular?
Very good. Because bhava is the dhatu artha. So it is an action, you know. Actually, it has to be third person singular. It cannot be plural form. When you say bhava, bhava means it expresses the meaning of the dhatu or that action, you know. Example, nadya uyyate. It is flown by the river. That it means the action of flowing is done by the river. It's one action, you know. So it will not be a plural form. So this is going to be karmani. It will not be bhave. Bhava has to be, as Ushaji said, it has to be a singular form. It also has to be pratham purusha. Pratham purusha. Okay. I think Satya has a question. Yes, Satya.
So here, basically, these are also sakarmaka dhatus, right?
They
bhava only if it is akarmaka, right?
So I think bhava can be, you know, can be either one can take, you know. But the karmani only the sakarmaka dhatus can take. So.
Okay.
For example, you can say maya gamyate. It is gone by me. So.
Okay.
Means going is done by me. It can be said, you know. So.
Okay.
But these better be sakarmaka dhatus. Otherwise, they can only go in bhava. They cannot go in karma. So. I mean, it's obvious because, you know, if they're not sakar, they cannot take.
Yeah, that is. I was thinking the other way is also true, but
other way can any dhatu can take in bhava. So. Okay. So now, yeah, the good point. So these are sakarmaka dhatus because to become karmani, of course, you have to have karma and it has to be sakarmaka dhatu. So dhatu to know, to hear, to kill, to fall. So, interesting now. How about patishyante? What about that? What do you think of that, Karthik? So, these are a interesting point that we raised now. Is patishyante.
It's akarmaka dhatu.
This looks like akarmaka dhatu because say bhumau patati, he falls on the ground. Okay, so that's an interesting point. Now I think we may have a bit of a problem here. Or we have to make patishyante as a kartari prayogaha and make it into atmanepadi dhatu. But then these columns 5 and 6 will not make sense because this looks like chinvad bhavaha. This is chinvad bhavaha. And this is only bhava karmanoho, in this case karmani. And the patishyante will then, in any case, you could not use column 5 and 6 because this column 5 and 6 chinvad bhava is only bhava karmanoho. And I think dhatu pat is a prosopody dhatu. So, okay, good point. I didn't notice that. That's a good point. So, patishyante, it will probably be a bit of a problem here. So they are patishyante. Yeah, that will be a bit of a problem. Because this is a karmani prayoga clearly. It is because of dhatu pat. Okay, we have to somehow then assume that this is going to be a kartari prayoga and atmanepadi ending. Otherwise, you know what, you can just assume, we can just remove that one. Patishyanti is fine. Patishyat is fine. Now patishyante, I think we have to remove that one because it cannot be bhavarthe. It has to be karmani. And karmani means dhatu pat has to be a sakarmaka dhatu, which I don't think it is because patati, you cannot say like Ramam patati, doesn't make any sense. Let me check by any chance if Patalru can take the Atmanepadi ending. Anyway, it won't fit in the table. The table looks like he has given, it'll be like remove the odd one out. So good point. I guess Satya raised a good point. I didn't notice that. Just mechanically we are putting these forms. So this one, I think we have to remove that one. So let me think about it. I didn't notice that. Okay, let's finish. So let's ignore that column. I mean row number 4 for the time being. Let's go to the. Okay, what's the next column? Column number 4.
It's the corresponding shanach pratyanta.
It's the krudantam rupam.
Krudantam.
And it is also the karmani form, nyasyamana, one which is being known. Okay, if here itself we have a problem because if patishyamana, you cannot say one who's being fallen, you know, it doesn't make sense. Okay, what's the next column number?
Chinvad bhavaha for the
Chinvad bhavaha, and this is also, this has to be karmani.
karma.
Chinvad bhava only comes bhava karmanoho, and this is not singular, it has to be karmani. And this is the lit form.
Prathama purusha bahuvachana.
Bahuvachana. And what's the last one?
It's the anach shabda with the chinvad bhava.
Anach pratyaya with the chinvad bhava.
Chinvad bhava.
Okay. Let's take a step by step. Dhatu, let's say dhatu jna. Now jna, anything special here, Karthik? Nyasyanti. I think it's, you want to quickly go through the steps?
Yeah.
Jna plus lit.
Lit.
Then next step is?
Lit will get the G adesha.
So la will get, so lasya.
Lasya.
So first thing is halantyam upadeshajana nasika it, and then lasya tiptaji. So we get G, joantaha. So nya plus anti.
And then syata seal rulutoho.
Nya sya anti.
And then ato gune.
And ato gune, in between the ending akara of sya and the beginning akara of anti, we get the ekadesha pararupam. And of course, idagamaha, check idagamaha, because in the ajanteshu dhatushu, only you have, you know, udrudantaihi and some specific dhatus. So there is no dhatu ending in long a, which is a said dhatu. Udrudanta in that list of 7 to 10, the apavadas, there is no dhatu ending in long a. Nyasyanti, how about nyasyat? Similar steps, right? Only thing instead of G, we have to in the only small technical this difference is that the G adesha came for the lasya, while the shatra adesha comes in place of the entire rit pratyaya, litus sadva. Otherwise, everything is the same. Here also ato gune nyasyat. So nyasyanti means they shall know. Nyasyat means one is about to know. He, she, it, about. Of course, this is now, nyasat has to be declined. We say nyasyan means he, she, it is about to know or he is intending to know. Nyasyat. Become nyasyan. So nyasyat, see nyasyanti is a tingantam rupam. Nyasyat is only the pratipadikam. It is not declined as yet. We're going to see in the next paragraph how to decline them, okay? But that's not a pada. The padasanya doesn't have. You decline it to make pada. So it will be like nyasyanya, nyasyanto, nyasyantaha. Okay, now the next one, nyasyante, Karthik, similar thing, right?
Yeah, jhontaha, and then we'll also have the tita atmane padanam tere.
Again here also atogune. Nyasate means they shall be known. They will be known. Nyasyante, they will be known. And nyasyamanaha means he is Nyasyamanaha, if you make it, he, she, it is about to be known. About to be known. Nyasyamanaha. Okay. Now comes the Chinvad Bhavaha. Chinvad Bhavaha. So, Nya, let's maybe put this on the board. So, Nya, if you follow the same step, we got Nya, you got the Sya, you got the Ante. Now, what's the special rule here, Karthik?
Oh.
So far we have, if you follow the same steps as the Chinvad Bhava Pakshe, so we have the common steps are, Nya, Sya, and then we already did the Jvantaha, Kita Apne Badanam Tere, and we got Ante. Now what's the next step here, Karthik? Now we got, now this here we'll get Chinvad Bhavaha Vikalpena. So Chinvad Bhavaha means it has na as an it, and what will that bring in here?
Is it the Yukagama?
The idagama is nityam, so it will become is here no matter what. So when Chinvad Bhavaha comes,
Yugagama, I think.
Yuk agamaha. By what sutra?
Sutram number.
Or give me a sutram at least. Anybody in the class? Yuk agamaha. Last class we did that, right? Okay, Indu as a sutram. Anu as a sutram. Okay, good. Yes, Indu, your mic is not working, I think. You can type your answer on the chat or the question. I'll leave you unmuted in case your mic starts working, but it's not working. Yeah, Usha ji has the answer. Yes, Anuji, yes?
Ato chin krita krito.
Ato yuk chin.
Ato, I'm sorry. Ato yuk, yes.
Chin krito. So the ato yuk chin krito. Aklachadikara. So when you have the, Usha ji also has the answer. Thank you. Ato yuk chin krito ho. So if you have a angam ending in long a, and following pratyaya either the chin or krit pratyaya, which is the chavarga panchama or chavarga panchama is an it, no or nya is an it, then that he gets the ataha, the adanta mangam gets the yuk agamaha, adyantau takitau becomes the antya vajavaha, and we get the, so that one, what number? I think 7333, I think. Ato yuk chin krito.
7333.
Oh, thank you. Ato yuk chin krito. Okay, so let's put that. That was the only special thing here, and along with the Chinvad Bhavaha, concomitant with that comes the Idagama also, Nityam. So you don't have to, even though Nya is the Anit Dhatu, because 6462 says that you have to put the Idagamaha along with the Chinvad Bhavaha. So we got Nya, Ya, and then we got the Isya, and then Ato Guna already we know we have done that. And so Nya Yishyante, and finally of course we can use the Adesha Pratyaya. The Tripadi Karyam, then we get final form, which is I'm sorry, Nya Yishyante. Okay, now let's, so that we've done one in detail, others we can do fast. Nya Yishyante, which means that, again the same meaning is that they shall be known. They shall be known. Meaning is the same as in the case of this Nyasyante, Nyashyante, same forms. Okay, now what's the next one? Karthik, Nyayishyamana.
It's the same rules except the Natvam. So,
And
Natvam.
Mukagamaha, so instead of making,
Yeah, the Mukagama.
instead of making Tip Tasji, making the Ja Adesha for La, we make the Shanach Adesha for Lit, Sadva, and then of course the Halantyam Upadeshajana, I mean the Halantyam and Dashapat Ana, and then Ane Muk, and finally as Karthik said, we do the Atkupaning Vavayapi. So what is the nimittam for this Karthik? Is the Mudunishakara, right?
Rashabhyam no naha samanapade.
But we have to use the next sutram. Atkupangnum Vavayapi.
Atkupangnum Vavayapi.
Because you can only use the Rashabhyam known as Samanapade when it is in immediate contact. Yatra Vyavadhanam Nasti. only there. But here we have many letters in between. Just check them, Karthik. What do you have? Yakara is what?
At.
At. Akara?
Akara is at.
At. Makara?
Makara will be pu. Pu.
Pu, yeah, Povarga. And
At.
is at.
At.
So always check this. Always check what is the Vyavadhanam. So 842 requires only at, ku, pu. And ang and num are not that common. So let's remove only at, ku, pu. At, ku, pu. So at, ku and pu. So always check between the nimittam and the karyam. What is the Vyavadhanam? And then as the commentary has said that it can be yatha sambhavam militaihi api. So anything can be, they can combine in any number of, any number of them can come in between. So that's what the, okay, now next one, anything special there? Shroshyanti, only one sutram, what is that new there, Karthik?
Sarvadhatuka ardhadhatukayoho.
So 7384, dhatu shru also is anit dhatu because it's a ajanta dhatu and udrudantai is not in that list. So dhatu shroshyanti, only thing you get the gunadeshaha by sarvadhatuka ardhatukayoho. So shroshyanti, nothing special. Shroshyat, same as before, shatruantam. Then shroshyante, again the same thing, nothing special there also. Shroshyamana, here we get, of course, because of the murtanya shakara, we're going to get the nakara desha with the same sutram 842. Now shravishyanti, what's happening here?
Achonyiniti, because of the chinvat bhavaha.
Achonyiniti chinvat bhavaha. We now use the 72116. The shru becomes shrau. Shru becomes shrau because of achonyiniti. So chinvat bhava came, so the nu as an it is going to come achonyiniti. So what we really had was we have shrau, and then of course idagama is nityam chinvat bhava. So we got shrau, and then isya, and then Kitaf me Puranam Tere, and of course you can do the Ato Gune, so become Shrav, and then of course Echo Yava Yavaha. So we use 72116, then we'll use the Echo Yava Yavaha become Shrav, Shravishyante. Shravishyante, same meaning, means they shall be heard. They will be heard. Shravishyante. Shravishyamana. Shravishyamana, similar steps, nothing special, is that you say Shravishyamanaha, means he, she, it is about to be heard. He, she, it is about to be heard. Shravishyamanaha. Now Hanishyanti, what's the sutram here?
Ruddhanosye.
Ruddhanosye, because dhatu Han is anit dhatu. Manya and Han, there are two dhatus in Nakara and Nantesho. Manya and Hana, these two anit dhatus. But a special sutram says that when the pratyasya follows, any dhatu ending in ru or the dhatu han, ruddhanoho, sye. Let's see. And it also has to be between 7235 and 7275. I think it's closer to the ending part. Let's see. 72, I think around 60ish, if I'm not mistaken. Not that early. Ruddhanosye. 70 actually. 7270. Ruddhanosye. So that is the susam that you need to get the idagama over here. So Hanishyanti. Hanishyanti means they shall kill. Hanishyat, if you take declare, make Hanishyan, is he who is about to kill. Hanishyante means they shall be killed. Hanishyamanaha, who is about to be killed. And now Ghanishyante. Okay, now what's happening there, Karthik? Ghanishyante. Chinvat Bhavaha.
Chinvat Bhava, I forgot the sutra. No? The ha gets the...
Achonyiti is going to come there.
Achonyiti.
So you get the Vriddhi Achonyiti.
Achonyiti.
Sorry, no, Atopadhaya, I'm sorry. Take it back. Atopadhaya. Then I put the wrong number here. I'm sorry. Please check my numbers. This is the wrong number. 72115 is Achonyiti. Atopadhaya is 72116. So when we have the, let me put this here quickly. We have Dhatu Han, the Chinvat Bhavaha. So you're going to get the Idagama Nityam. and then we are using the Juvantaha, Titapi Padanam Tere, Ante, and now we need a sutram which is Atopadhayaha, with the Vriddhi, because the Srimad Bhava knows an it. And then anybody in the class? The Gattam, or the Hakara of Han becoming Gha. What's the sutra? Anuji knows this sutra. She's quiet, but she knows this sutra. I know. Indu also knows that. Yes, Anuji.
7354.
Yes. And what sutram says?
Ho han.
Ho hanter ninyeshu. Ninyeshu. It's a little bit difficult to pronounce that. Ho hanter ninyeshu means either you should have the Chavarga Panchama or the Tavarga Panchama as an it, or the Nakara should be there immediately following the Ha. And very first Adhyaya of Gita, as I told last class, there are two examples, Gnatopi Madhusudana and Kulagnanam Kulasyacha. So in two places in the first Adhyaya of Gita, you have this Hohantir Ninyesho. Because the Kutva Prakaranam starts from 7352. Chujoho Ku Bhinyatoho. From 7352 starts the Kutva Prakaranam, means the Kavarga Adeshaha starts from this Ku, this Anuvritti of Ku goes down from 7352. And 54 is the Hohantir Ninyesho. Okay, so right now what we have, the Chin Bhavaha becomes no as an it, the Hakara of Han becomes Gha. So 7354. And that when we use these two, then it's going to become Han, then going to become Ghan. So maybe we can put that like this over here. We're going to get Ghanishante, and of course the rest of it, the Adesha Pratyayoho, Urdhanya Adesha, and Ato Gune, so that we can do that. That is easy. Okay. All right. So Ghanishante. So Ghanishante, again, the meaning is same. Is that they shall be killed. They will be killed. Ghanishante. And then the last column, as usual, is the Ghanishyamanaha. Is he is about to be killed. Ghanishyamanaha. Is about to be killed. Okay, now Pat, we will remove that line because the Patisyanti is fine. Nothing special. It's a Sed Dhatu. And Patishyat also is fine. So Patisyanti means they shall fall. Patishyat means we make it Patisyan is he is about to fall, intending to fall. Patishyante will not work. Patishyante doesn't work for us because it has to be karmani. Karmani, it has to be a sakarmaka dhatu. So, it doesn't make too much sense. But how about vakshanti? Kartik, do you want to do the form for us? Vakshanti.
I forgot the sutra where the ka comes in.
Okay, let's take it step by step. Dhatu vah.
Vah.
Which other dhatu will get the form vakshanti?
Vach.
Vach. Much more common dhatu will be vach, by the way. This for vah becoming vakshanti is quite rare. Like vakshamana, very common in bhashyam, very, very common. So vakshamanam is what the bhashyakara or the Vyasa is about to say. What is about to say? About to say. Before saying this, he says this. So vakshamana is a very common form, and that is going to be the dhatu vach. And here we have dhatu vah. Okay, let's take step by step. Let's take what we have in the book first, and then we can do what we have in the. Okay, let's start with dhatu vah. All right, vah, and skipping some steps. The shatasi luratoho. And Jivantaha, doing that. Now I think we have finished the Sapa Saptadhyaya Karya. Let's put Tripadi now. What's the first step? I think that you know. In the Tripadi, what will be the first step? Anybody in the class? What's the first step in Tripadi? You all know this one. Okay, let's see. Yes, Satya. Anu has the answer. Yes, Satya.
Hodaha Shadokasi.
Hodaha and then Shadokasi. Thank you, Anuji. And so thank you, Anuji. Hodaha and Shadokasi. Yes. So that's Sutram Kartik. Shadokasi Sutram.
Shadokasi.
So Shadokasi. So what happens is that Hodaha says Jali Padante. the hakarasya dhakara adesha bhavati. So we get vad, and then sya plus anti, and then so this is 8231. Right after choho kuhu, the next sutram is hodha, jhali padante, 8231. And then following that, we are going to the Shadokasi, which is 8241, Shadokasi. And that is says that if we have the Murdhanya Shakara or Dhakaraha, followed by the Sakara, it gets the Kakara Adesha. The Murdhanya Shakara or Dhakara gets the Kakara Adesha, followed by the Sakara, Shadokasi. So that's going to give us now Vak, Vak, and of course Atogune. We should have done, actually the Atogune is in the Sabha Saptadhyay. So right here, we should have done the Atogune right here actually. Let me change that, because that is in the Sabha Saptadhyay Karyam. So Shanti only we should have made it here. Here also make it Shanti. That is to be done in the before coming to Tripadi. So Shanti. What's the next step, Satya? So this was 8440.
Shatvam, right? Adesh Shatvam.
Correct. Adesh Pratyayoho.
Adesh Pratyayo Shatvam.
So again, always keep the order in mind. You cannot go back. You got to go forward, because in koho, we have the ka varga proceeding, which is a ka, and the sakara is the pratyavayavaha. Going to get the murdhanya adesha. So we will get vak, and then shanti. Shanti. Okay. And last thing is just join the ka and the murdhanya sha. We'll get. So this is 8359, which we use all the time. Adesha pratyayoho. So not only the in pratyahara, but the ka varga also can proceed, can give you the murdhanya shakara adesha. And the ka sha sanyoge ksha. I've made a mistake here. It should be shanti. Okay. Vakshanti. We'll get the form vakshanti. So vakshanti. Okay, the only thing special here was, as Karthik was saying, was the hodha shadosi. Okay, now the next column is vakshante. Similar thing, same rules. Only thing is in the instead of anti have ante. So vakshanti means they shall carry. Vakshat means vakshan means he is about to carry or intending to carry. Vakshante means they will be carried. Vakshante. Vakshamanaha means that he is about to be carried or is intending to be carried. Now, the only if you take the dhatu vach, what will be the difference, Karthik? Only thing difference will be what?
Choho kuhu.
But, yeah, instead of getting this, instead of getting the hodha and shadokasi, you directly get choho kuhu. So when you take vach plus shanti, you're going to get vak shanti by choho kuhu. So choho kuhu was 8230 would have applied in the case of dhatu vach with the same final form vakshanti, which is a much more common form. Okay. Tattekanam pravakshami yajñatva mukshase shubhat. So it comes in Gita. So vakshami. Vakshami is a much more common form. All right. Let us see what the next thing in the book he says is. That this is some problems here. Okay. So we got to watch out for this one now. Now the confusion has arisen here because it's this numma bakagmaha. Even before we read the next paragraph, let's just look at these two sutras for the numma. It's very, very one of the most favorite exam questions, and also where you can always trip all the time, are these four sutras. Before going there, let's look at the Ugitacham Sarvanama Sthane Dhatoho. Ugitacham Sarvanama Sthane Dhatoho. Anything with Uk is an it, which in this case we are a Pratyas Shatru, not Shanash but Shatru. See, Shanash is declared very easy. We can create Adanta Mangam, Padpadipadikamam I should say. We will declare Ramaha, or with Rama Shabda, or we're going to become decline like Lata Shabda, Sita Shabda by becoming Vakshamana, or you can decline like Vakshamanam, we like Vana Vakshamanam. But when you have Shatru Pratyaya, it has Uk as an it. That Uk means, of course, Uril. The Shatru has Ru as an it. So Ugit Acham. So Ugit, anything Uk as an it, Sravanama Sthane. This is not a Shatru is not a dhatu, so we don't need a dhatu is fine. So Sravanama Sthane, that is going to take a Num Agamaha. It's going to come Sarvanama Sthane. Okay, so this one. Now, the only thing to stop this Ugajam Sarvanama Sthane Dhatoho is this sutram, these 4 sutras now. Always mark these 4 sutras, please. Nabhyastha Chatuho, Valapumsakasya, Achinadyornam, and Shapshano Nityam. These 4, please understand these 4 carefully. As you see, in the book there are typos, This is all messed up over here. So we'll go through that because of these 4 sutras. So first thing we saw, Ugidacham Sarvanama Sthane Dhatoho. That is Sarvanama Sthane Pare. And which has Ukyas in it, which includes Pratyu Pratyaya. So as in Gita chapter 5, we have, Pralapan, Visijan, Grundhan, Mishan, Nimishan, Napi, Pashyan, Shindran, Frishan, Jigran, Nashnan, Gachan, Sapan, Shwasan. So all those are the normally singular forms in Gita chapter 5, which you get the Numagamaha, because Savanamastana was she, Savanamasthanam, Sudanapumsakasya. Now what is 7178? Let's start with that. What is 7178 says what? Nabjastat Chatuho. If you have an Abjastamangam, and then in that case, the Shatru will not, Chatuhu is the Shashti Ekvachanam of Shatru, by the way. What Sutram there, Karthik? How did Chatuhu become the Shashti Ekvachanam of Shatru? Like Kartuhu, like Pituhu. What's Sutram?
I don't know that sutra.
Okay, anybody in the class?
Shatuhu.
You say Kartru. When Kartru, when you want to do the Shashti Ekvachanam, yes. Yes, Satya? Yes.
Rutad.
Rutod.
Rutad.
And what anuvritti for that?
Purvaha. No. Samhitaya.
Nyasi-nyasoho, right?
Yes, yes.
Right,
So,
Nyasi is.
so when the Nyasi or Nyas follows, then you get the Puraparayoho, it's an Ekadesha. Between the Akara of Nyasi or Nyas.
Or is it Purvaha only? Is it after Ami Purvaha?
Yeah, but the Puraparayoho Ekadesha, right?
Right.
Between
Right. Purva Parva Ekadesha.
Ekadesha. And the Ekadesha is the Ut, is the U. Puraparayoho Ekadesha, and Ekadesha is the U. So if you look at 6-1, I think it will come around, let's see, Nyasi-nyasoho I think was 6-1, Atogune, Ami Purva, Katanatharati, Katama Purva Savaranaha, Tasmachaso, Ruta Ut is here, 6-1-1-1-1 Ruta Ut, 6-1-1-1-1 Ruta Ut, Nyasi-nyasohscha. So when you have a Angam ending in, I shouldn't say Angam, I'm not Angaschadikara. If you have a short Ru preceding and followed by Nyasi or Nyas, then between the Ru of the Pratipadikam and the Akara of Nyasi or Nyas, you get the U Adesha. And what's the next step, Karthik?
Urandraparaha.
Urandraparaha. What's the next step? So we had Shatru plus Nyas. And between the Ru of Shatru and the Akara of Nyas, we got the U. So we got Shatur, Sa.
Halniyabhyo dirghat sutisya pruktam hal.
No, because we don't have Suti. See. This is Nyasi.
Oh, yes.
Not use that. So what do we do now? So,
Sanyogantasya lopaha.
yeah, but that's the Niyama Suttam Ratsasya.
Okay.
So you're correct. It is Sanyogantasya lopaha. You have to check Ratsasya says that if you have a Refa, only Sakara will go. Others will not go. So what you really have is the word is Shatur. Shatur, it's a Refanta. It is not Ruanta, it's a Refanta. but it doesn't make a difference. Why doesn't it make a difference, Karthik?
We'll get Kharavasana or Visarjaniya because Sakaranta will again become Sasajushoru. And
Correct. Which are the sutram, the two sutram which give difference between Ru and Repa? Which are they? Why will they not apply? Why will they not apply here? Tell me that. If I right on the page, right? You're looking at them on this page right here.
it will be Ato, Ro, Rapluta, Daplute,
Aplute.
and Hashicha.
Correct. And that both require Ataha, right?
Ataha, yeah.
We have U preceding. Because Ruta Ut, that U is because Shatur. So when the U is preceding, this 61113 and 61114 will not apply. But they require Ataha. Atoro, Ruta, and Hashicha require Aka. So it doesn't really matter if we have a Ru or a Repa, because we don't have short preceding. We'll never have it. We will always have the, like Kartur or Pitur, in this case, Shatur. Anyway, there will be a little bit of sidetracking for you. But always practice these rules. Please practice these rules that we have learned whenever possible. So within the Sutram itself, you can practice Panini's rules in the Ashtadhyayi itself. Okay.
Suppose we are saying Hey Matar or Hey Pitar.
Yes, in the case of He Matar, He Pitar, you have to remember that it's a Rephanta. Because I say He Matar Agacha. It will not be He Matar Agacha. Be He Matar Agacha. Correct. In that case, we have to remember what sutram is there. Satya, what sutram are we using there? He Matar. When you say Matru plus 2.
Guna happened.
I'm sorry?
Guna happened.
Guna by what sutram?
Sambodhana.
You can give me the number sutram. Which one do you want me to give you? Tell me. You give me the other one.
I didn't give you that. I just told you the action. I didn't tell you that.
Which one should I give you? I'll give you a choice.
Sambodhana.
Rutoni Sarvanama.
Ritoni Sarvanama.
So because the Ni and Sarvanama Sthana. So because the 731110 is the sutram. Is the Ruto Ni Sarvanama Sthana Yoho. Is because of the Ridanta Angam when you have. In that case, followed by Ni, will become Matari. Like Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram when you say. So when you have Ru, short Ru ending Angam, Ni Sarvanama Sthana Yoho. And Sudanapumstakasya. So you get the Sarvanama Sthana Sanya for that Su. And we can get, the, can we use any other sutram here, Satya? Karthik, anybody in the class?
Sutram for Sambodhana?
Yeah, for Matru plus Su when we did that. Can we use any other sutram over there?
I think that Hrasva Sambodhana.
Rasvasya Gunaha.
Gunaha.
Can we use that?
Rasvasya Gunaha. No, that will be Asarva. It won't work in Sambodhana.
Okay, what is Anuvritti for that? Sambuddha. What becomes Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare? How does Hare become Hare?
Hare becomes Hare.
He's right, 73108 is right there. What's 73? What was Rasvasya Gunaha? Can we use that? 73108. What do you think, Satya? Rasvasya Gunaha, what do you think about that?
Why do we need this?
Rasvantasya angasya guno bhavati sambuddho parataha.
But you want, it doesn't apply to the other Prathama and other situations.
Right. It will not work in all the places.
Right.
It will not work.
This is more general sutra, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, Indu is saying 73106. I think we want 73108 Indu because it is Rasvasya Gunaha. 106 is Sambuddha, but it's only for, that one is, the Anuvritti for 73106 says Apaha. It should be in the Abantamangam. We have Matru Pratipadikam. So I think we want to use 73108. Would have been possible, but we don't need it here. That will only work, when it's Sambuddha. Rutoni Sarvanama Sthana Yoho is we need it for other places also, like Mataram, Matarau and all that. So really the one that we want to use is 73110 because Nyaya Vashat, because it will work in other places also. But technically speaking, if we were just doing the Sambuddha, 73108 also might have worked, but we don't want to use that because 731110 is a better one to use because that's the will work in other places also in Matra Shabda, in Sarvanamastani. But otherwise, but these sutras should click in your mind that, the Rasvasya Gunaha was available to us, but we don't need that here. That's a different point. Anyway, a little bit of sidetracking. Let's go back to our main thing right now. What we're doing is that we were looking at these 4 sutras, okay? What are the 4 sutras? 71, 78, 79, 80, 81, okay? And first thing says, Nabhyastat Chatuhu. Nabhyastat Chatuhu. Let's look at the vritti of that. Abhyastat. What Ubhay Abhyastam, right? So when you let's take a pad like Dadat, the Jihotyadi Gana when we do, right? So when you say, Juvat, when it becomes Juvat. Now that when you do that Shatur Pratyaya will not take the Numa Agamaha. So the Numa Agama which was given by 7170 by the Vidasham Sarvanama Sthana Dhatoho. That Numa Agama will be stopped by 7178 only if you have an Abhyasta Dangaduttarasya Numa Shatuhu Num Nabhavati. So Dadatau Dadataha. This comes in the Rudram, by the way. I think in the Anuvaka 10 or 11. Bibradagahi. Bibrad means carrying. So Bibrat. So that Bibrat in the Rudram is because of this sutra. The Nabhyastat Chatuhu. So Bibrat in the Rudram is a masculine nominative singular forms. Prathama Ekavachanam. Pullingam. So Pullinge. So that will not take the Numagamaha. So that's the first step. Nabhyastat Chatuhu. Chatur Pratyaya does not take the Numagamaha if you have an Abhyastangam. Now what's the next step? Say Va Napumsakasya. Is Abhyastad Angaduttarasya Yatur Pratyaya Tadantasya Napumsakasya Va Numagama Bhavati. Remember, because we need Numagama is only coming by Vidasham Sarvanama Sthane Dhatoho. So for 7178, 7179 are only referring to 7170. The Numagama which comes by 7170. Because Shi Sarvanama Sthanam. So in the case of neuter, it's only Shi Sarvanama Sthanam. Anupumsakasya we got Sut. But Napumsake only that Shi Sarvanama Sthanam. So when you take the Prajapatikam Dadat, if you take the Prathama Ditya Bahuvachanam, it will become Dadati Dadanti. Dadati Dadanti optionally. Dadati Dadanti. Dadati Dadanti in the Prathama Ditya Bahuvachanam. So that was, 78, 79 are only applying to the case of the Numagama which is coming from 7170, and they're only applying for the Abhyasta Dangat, only for these two, okay? Very important. Now, do we have that here? Do we have that here? No, we will not have that over here. Why do we not have that, Karthik, over here? Why will we not have that?
We will not get the Abhyasa because the Shab doesn't get the Shlu.
No,
We
what
never
we
get
have
the
right now is, what
Sya.
we are talking about is the future participles,
Yeah, so we will have only Sya.
We will not have Abhyastamam because we'll have the Sya in between over there. In any case, there is no Abhyasa, Nimittam is not there. And in any case, the Angam is going to end in Sya. So that 71, 78, 79 do not apply to us right now because we will not have an Abhyasta Dangat. Because here the Sya is present there in between there. And there is no Nimittam for Abhyasa also. So there is no Abhyasa Nimittam. And the Sya is going to be, the Angam is going to end in Sya. So the only Ubhay Abhyastam, only going to do Abhyasa. The Sya will never be part of Abhyasa anyway. Abhyastam will not be part of Abhyastam anyway. So 71, 78, 79, we don't need. Right? Okay, so remember one more time. Because this is very, very confusing. Trust me, the next time we ask you, it will be again very confusing. So 71, 78, 79, only stop the Numagama. Of course, 79 is optional. 78 stops it completely. The Numagama of 7170 is being either stopped or become optionally in case of neuter by 79. It's only Abhyasta Dangat, okay, which right now we don't need. So let's just, now I think with that, let's tackle this first term, which is a little bit wrong over here, is the Dasyat when we take Dasyat. There's no question of this Num being optional. Because Udacham Sarvanama Sthane Dhatoho, the Numa is a Nityam Numagamaha. There's no optionality coming here. Now, so when you do dasyat plus su, we'll get the, of course, here we use the halniyabhyo dirgha su tisya vruktam hal, so that ending sakara of su will go away. By 6168, we get dasyat. I'm going a little bit fast, but I think by this time I think you know all this. So by 616, we use 6168 all the time. When you have halantam angyam, with that, or of course in ending in ni or ap, then the sakara of su will always go away. So when you have dasyat plus su, become just dasyat. And then we get the numagamaha, because of ugidacham sarvanama sthani dhatoho. So because the shatru has the uk as in it, in this case it's a ru. And not only that, because of anupumsakasya, sunapumsakasya, that pratyaya su has a sarvanama sthana sanya. Again, not to be confused with sarvanama shabda, sarvanama sthana we're talking about. So we get the numagamaha, midachontyat paraha. So because of the mu as in it in the num, it goes after the last vowel of the term. So when you have the dasyat, is the in between the after the and the ending become dasyant. Now let me put something in the document. Maybe I'm going too fast. Maybe. So what we have is that we started with. I know this kind of slows down the class, but I'll put a little bit in the document just to. So we had dasyat was the pratipadikam, and then we added the pratyaya su, and of course upadesh ajana nasika it, and we got dasyat by halniyabhyo dirgha su tisya vruktam hal. So 6168, that was the first thing that we did, and then we got the numagamaha by 7170 and midachontyat paraha 1147. We're going to get dasyant, and that, so we have used now the ugidacham sarvanama sthaniya dhatoho along with midachontyat paraha 47. And then what's the last step, Karthik, here?
Dasyant, it will be sanyogantasya lopaha.
Sanyogantasya lopa, what number is that? 8 to 23.
8 to 20.
And then after that, we cannot use 827, because 827 says no lopa of pradipadikanta here, but the takara lopa is asiddham in the eyes of 827. You cannot go back. Otherwise, technically speaking, you have a nakara which is a pradipadika nakara. It's padantam also, suptinkantam padam. So all the conditions for 827 have been satisfied, but you cannot use 827 now because of the fact that we cannot go back. So dasyan will be the final form, dasyan. And same thing, dasyantau, dasyantaha, dasyantam, dasyantau, nothing special there. And of course, when the sarvanama sthana is finished, and hey dasyan also, hey dasyan. So dasyan is one who is about to give, dasyan. Now, of course, when you finish sarvanama sthana, then of course become dasyataha. When from the dvitiya bahuvachanam, there is no numa agamaha. It will become marutvat. So it becomes dasyataha, dasyata, dasyadbhyam, dasyadbhihi, and so on and so forth. So only when you have the sarvanama sthane parataha, then you get the numa agamaha by 717. This is a nitya karyam. Nitya karyam. There is no optionality here. Okay. Now, why is the confusion in the book? The confusion in the book is because of the next two sutras now. The achi nadyo num and shapshanor nityam. And so this is what the anuvritti of va from va napumsakasya comes into 7180. Of course, did Satya have a question, or is it hand up from before? Satya have a question? I think
Yeah, just before you move to 8081, so 78 did not apply because Shya is intervening between Shatuhu and...
no, it's only Abhyastat. Abhyastat only 78. We don't have Abhyasta.
Abhyasta.
We have to have Abhyasta. Abhyasta.
Abhyasta, right, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So those two are only for Abhyastat.
Okay, so there's no Abhyasta here. Okay.
There's no Abhyasta. So they don't have 78, 79.
Okay, and Napumsakasya gets anuvritti of Abhyastat.
Abhyastat, yeah. So those two only for Abhyastat.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So that's the thing. And then, okay, now why is the confusion in the book? because of the achi nadyor num, there is a anuvritti of va coming down. But that's only shi nadyoho, not for sarvanamasthani. That achi, because I think the confusion in the book is that what has happened is, yeah, that 7180 is only for shi nadyoho. That she is a neuter dual, napumsakacha. And then the nadi, of course, what he means here is the stirpatya e is for, like, neep when it is there. So the confusion was this in the masculine when you do dasyan dasyanto dasyantaha. And in that case, we don't have to look at the 7180 because it's only she nadyoho, only neuter duo, or you have the in the feminine form. So there's no optionality when it comes to 7170 with the cham sarvanamasthaniya dhatu. So in the masculine, it's very simple. Just use 7170 sarvanamasthane, and that's it. Everything else is like marutvat. Simple. Now, when you come to neuter, now what happens now? Interesting. Neuter, what happens is that we have two things going now. Sarvanamasthane, use 7170. So, of course, dasyat is the ekavachanam, nothing special there. Samo napumsakat. Samo napumsakat. So the su and the they drop, falling in neuter when you have a napumsakat angat. So we get the samoho luksyat. It is gone. Now, when you go to the plural form, what happens? You get dasyanti because of the numagama by 7170. So the neuter plural is the vidisham sarvanamasthaniya dhatoho because of shi napumsakasya. That is going to become the sarvanamasthani. So you got dasyat plus the e because of jas shashoho shi. So the jas and the shas, they become she. This, of course, I'm talking about 7-1 when you do all the pratyadeshas. In the beginning of 7-1, as I mentioned to you many times, all the pratyadeshas come beginning of 71. And there we have napumsakacha and jas shashoho shihi. So the jas and shas become she. And this is sarvanamasthana sanya because she napumsakasya. So, sorry, she sarvanamasthana. She sarvanamasthana is a sutram. I take it back. She sarvanamasthana is the first sutram. But let's go to that also because she sarvanamasthana, we're using it all the time here. So she sarvanamasthana, and the next sutram is sunapumsakasya. Sudanapumsakasya. So those two we need, and so in the neuter, that in place of jas and shas, that when we got the she adeshaha, that she is sarvanamasthana. It gets the sarvanamasthana sanya. So she sarvanamasthana, I'm going to give you the number for that. She sarvanamasthana is 1142. 1142. And then next sutram is sunapumsakasya. So that which we already use in the masculine. So 1142, 1143. That's the one that we're using to define what is sarvanamasthana. So she sarvanamasthana and then sunapumsakasya 1142, 43. Okay, so we got this plural form is because of she, it is sarvanamasthana sanya. And by 7170 we got dasyanti. Now in this in the middle here, when we got napumsakacha, we got the aunga apa napumsakacha. So that one the au becomes she, long she. So that one is also in 712. So this is dirgha. She, we get the long e. Now that is the domain of the 7180. Because achi nadyornum. So now that anurutya of va is coming down there. This is napumsakacha, see aungapa napumsakacha. So following a neuter angam, the au becomes she. So and when that happens, now comes 7180, which says that achi nadyornum. At means what? It says avarnanta dangat. So when you have which we are going to have, because we have the pratyaya sya in there. So sya is going to be, of course, ending in avarana. And in that case, if you have the she or nadi following, then the she or nadi, then you get the num agamaha. So achi nadyor num. So if you have a avarnantangam, which we're going to have with the sya, there's Shatru in between there, and followed by either this neuter dual form in the Prathama Dvitiya or the Nadi Pratyaya. The Nadi means the Neep, the feminine ending. In that case, the Num is optional. That's the only place it is optional because Anuvritti of Va is coming down. So we'll get the form Dasyati or Dasyanti in the dual neuter. And this neuter dual will be the same thing happen in the feminine because She Nadyoho, Achi Nadyoho. So whatever happens in the She happens in the feminine Nadi also. So that is how you get this optional form in the neuter dual or in the feminine. Of course, when you make the feminine, when you make the form Dasyanti, it will decline like Nadi. So Dasyanti and Dasyati will decline like Nadi. So look at what Dasyanti, Dasyanto, Dasyantyau, Dasyantyaha, like, so Nadi, Nadyo, Nadyaha, Nadim, so Dasyantim, Dasyantyau, and then become Nadihi, Dasyantihi. So throughout you'll get either Numagama optionally or you will not get it. So that is when in the case of the feminine. In the neuter, only in the nominative accusative dual you have that optionality of the Numagama. When the neuter plural, in the Prathama Dvitiya, the Nityam Numagama is 7170. This is the whole confusion, I think in the book, the confusion came because in the masculine itself, he says optional form. That will not happen because the 7170 is Nitya Karyam. So only thing in the book, as I mentioned here, remove this, this or, this or, this or. And in the case of the declension of future participles is the same as that of, why do you say 6 conjugation? Why 6 conjugation? Because the reason he said 6 conjugation is because the next sutram says Shap Shanor Nityam. If that Adanta Mangam for the Shatru, either if it's because of a Shap or Shan, then the Num Agama is Nityam for again Chinadyoho. So what we need is that we need a Avarnanta Mangam preceding the Shatru, which is not Shap or Shan, and the one that is the 6th Kana. It either has to be the 6th Kana Dhatu, Sha Pratyaya, or it has to be Dhatu in the 2nd Gana, like a Dhatu like Ya, which of course you get Shapluk in the 2nd Gana, but the Dhatu itself ends in the long A. All the future participles. So these are 3 cases which 7180 applies to. One more time. You need a Avarnanta Mangam for the Shatru. That can come in the present participle. But if you have Shap or Shan, you have to go to 7181, Shap Shan or Nityam. So let's say for like Gachat. If you want to make a feminine form for Gachat, become Gachanti, only one form. Gachanti, long E, Gachanti. Same thing in neuter dual. Become Gachat, become Gachanti, and Gachanti. So that's because this Shap Shan or Nityam. So neuter dual will be the same as the feminine Pradipadikam because of the Shinadyoho. Okay. So then what remains for 7180? We can get Adanta Mangam, Avarna, because At is Panchami of A, sorry. The At is Panchami of A means Avarna. So we can have the 6th Kana Dhatu, with the Pratyaya Sha will come, which is neither Shap nor Shan, but has the in there. You can have a Dhatu in the 2nd Gana, which is ending in long A, that will also do it. Or you can have the future participle, of course, when the Sya comes there, it's going to end in short A. Anyway, so these are the places for 7180. Again, 7180 only applies for She Nadyoho. It will not affect the masculine forms at all. So that is what happened in the so that's why in the book is saying that take it as a 6th conjugation, because you want to end in Avarna. You do not want Shap or Shan. That's why 6th conjugation. 6th conjugation. They optionally keep the Num in the strong. This was the mistake now. The strong form is not correct because that is now he's going to 7170 with the Cham Sarvanama Sthane Dhatoho. It's only for She and Nadi is the optionality. So that's where the typo is coming over there. So not in their strong forms, but when in the neuter dual, nominative or accusative, or in the feminine, in the Ni Pratyaya follow. That's when the option comes in. So then the masculine will be like Pachat Shabda become Dasyan, Dasyanto, Dasyantaha, Dasyantam, Dasyantau, Shesham, Murutvat. In the neuter, you will have Dasyat, Then the optionality by 7180, dasyanti or dasyati, and then again nityam num by dasyanti. So that will be in the plural form you go here applying 7170. In the dual forms you're applying 7180, and 80 is optional. The feminine form of course is dasyanti or dasyati. Okay. So please keep these 4 sutras in mind. Please 71, 78, 79, 80, 81. They're very, very, very confusing. The 71, 78, 79 are only apply for abhyastat. Only apply to abhyastat. And they only either stop or make optional numagama of 7170. The 80, 81 are only for shinadyoho. Shinadyoho. And they bring in numagama only if you have the avarnantam angam prior to the shatrapatyaya. So 80, 81 is only for art. You require the angam ending in avarna. So this was removed. If it's not ending in avarna, forget about 80, 81. You don't need them. You require art and then shinadyoho. And of course 81 for shapshano nityam. Yes, Satya, question. Yes, Satya.
So Strilinga dasyanti dasyati is the pratipadikam, and
Yes.
so for the sarvanama sthana there are two possibilities, I guess, for all the 5.
No.
Dasyati, dasyanti.
No, yeah, for every page there are two
Two
forms.
possibilities. Dasyantyau, dasyan.
Like nadi,
Dasyatau.
like nadi, right?
Right. So there are 2 possibilities everywhere. Okay.
2 forms for every vibhakti, Yeah.
Okay.
So now sthana doesn't matter, So let me ask you a question. Why will not why we don't apply 7170 here? Buddhacham sarvanama sthane dhatoho. Let's take the form dasyati, okay?
Right.
Let's add the su pratyaya, let's say.
Right.
Of course, because of the halni abhyodiga, the su is going to go. So why not 7170 over here then?
Parakaryam achi natyornum.
No, there's no num. I'm saying the form dasyati. It's optional, right? So there's no optional form. So in the numavava pakshe, why not apply 7170 and try to bring numagama over there? When we have any such question,
No, the 7180 is saying the num is optional, right?
option. But what is stopping 70? But
It should be Ugita Angam. It's not Ugita Angam.
yeah, the angam is ending in the neep now.
Neep.
So what's happening, Satya, is between the sarvanama sthana pratyaya and the ugit, which is the shatru, you have the neep pratyaya coming between there now.
Okay.
So ugit has to precede the sarvanama sthana immediately, not be intervened by something else. See, now when Panini says something has to precede or first should be immediate, avyavahitam. So the vritti says that ugitam angana, angasya adhikara is coming. The angam for the sarvanama sthana pratyaya should be ending in ugit. In our case, the pratyaya neep is coming over there for the angam.
Okay.
That is not ugit. So you cannot use, so 7170 cannot apply to this case of dasyati plus su when you do.
Right.
You cannot use 7170 because the angam for the su is dasyati ending in neep, not in the shatru pratyaya.
Okay.
So this is
So
not.
what does? So then, but you still have 2 forms, right?
Yeah, we have, because of 7180 you'll have 2 forms.
780 you have 2 forms.
2 forms.
Okay. Where does it matter though?
Because if you do, because 7170 is a nityam. So if you do that, then you will get only 1 form.
That's what. So so here the fact that ugit is there, we are saying it's not applicable. But even if it were applicable, it wouldn't make sense, right? The va would not make sense at all.
You'll have a conflict then. But you could argue. But you could make an argument that maybe sarvanama sthana it might be nityam, remaining maybe va maybe.
So if you go back to napunsaka, she,
yes,
there you will have this issue, right?
Which
There is no ugit. There is ugit.
but that she is not Sarvanamasthana.
Oh, that's not Sarvanamasthana. Okay.
There you got you there. So even that will not work because that only she is Sarvanamasthana. Only the plural form is Sarvanamasthana. Yeah. So that's why we struck out there also.
Okay.
Okay. So that anyway, just the point is
so
that
there's really the constructed that there won't be conflict, I guess.
yeah. So the way they have been constructed, there is no conflict.
Okay.
Okay. So that is
Satish ji,
yes.
just a small doubt. Like this, so the Numagama will come for all the feminine forms. That is all vibhaktis.
Yes.
In all forms. So it's optional. So all the 8 vibhaktis are going to have 2 forms.
2 forms. Yes.
Okay.
Because as long as the nadi or means that neep follows, you're going to get the numa optionally.
Okay.
So then the numa optionally will come. So then after that, when you decline it, is going to get optional 2 forms everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the feminine, you'll have 2 forms for every case, every vachanam.
Okay.
So that will be 2 forms. So again, 71, 78, 79, 80, 81. I guarantee when you ask you next time, I hope you remember this. 78, 79 only apply for abjastat. They only refer to the numagama of 7170. They can either stop or make it optional. The 80, 81 is applying to the she and nadi. She nadyo. Also the anuvritti of at is coming there. At. If you don't have avarnanta mangam for shatru, you don't have to worry about 80, 81. Okay, and 80 is optional. 81 is nityam because of shapshanor nityam. Okay, so that is the whole this whole thing. So in the book, please remove this in their strong form, make it for nadi and she, and this one is dasyan, dasyanto, dasyantaha, only 1 form, and neuter dasyat and dasyanti, dasyati by 780 optionality. Dasyanti is nityam num by ugidacham sarvanamasthane dhatoho. And the feminine, of course, same thing, dasyanti, dasyati by 780 optionality. Okay, now the future participle use sense of about to go or going. So gamishan, about to go. Now where is the about to sense coming from? Okay, well that's the usage in the language. If you look at the way the Panini defined the meanings for this, is that in the Bhavishyati Adhikari, which of course starts from 333, what does Panini say in terms of the meanings for these pratyas, which is the rit and the lut? These 2 are used, and so it says lit sheshecha, and there will be the 3 anadyatane lut. So anadyatane lut. So if it's a distant future, we should use lut only. Like in Gita, bhavitavana bhuyaha. So in Gantasi Nirvedam comes in Gita also. Also Devi Mahatmyam, last adhyaya. Bhavita manuhu. You'll become the manu. So these are very, very well used forms in the distant future. Distant, when the Devi gives the varam for the Raja, she says you will become the manu after, of course, after many thousands of years. It's a long time. So anyway, so that is the anadyatane lut. So that form. So that leaves what? The lut can be only used for the near future, or if it's samanya also. If it happens tomorrow and after, as long as there is the adyatana component is there, lut can be used. So I think that may be the basis for this usage of about to, because otherwise if it's going to be only in the future, distant future, lut should have been used. So remember this, the adesha is in for the lut, lutas sadva. Lutas sadva is what we used. And so that is the one, I think, that which is given the meaning of about to. Yotshyamananavekshayam. The other thing also might be to intending to, by the way. Intending to fight. I think Apte ji, and if you look at it, but the Apte has an excellent book called The Guide to Sanskrit Composition. It's much less read book, which is also a very good book about, maybe after we do this book, maybe we can take a look at some sections of that. She covers a lot of these things in detail, like the karakas and the use of participles, and gives a lot of very good examples. The good thing about Apte is he connects that to the literature very nicely, So he gives very good examples. So in fact, in the Gita also, we say Yotsyamana Naveksheham. Those who are about to fight, those are means those who are intending to fight. Intending to fight means he's about to go. So Gamishan Nasmi. I'm about to go, means I'm intending to go. I'm intending to go. So that also could be says about to or intending to. Or it may say before also. Means I'm about to go. So you say, after he gives an example, if he says that, what example does he give? Prayanam Karishyan Saha Kinchit Jalam Papau. So Prayanam Karishyan means about to depart on a journey. He drank some water. Kinchit Jalam Papau. Now you can say that he drank some water before going on the journey, just before going, or you just say before going, he drank some water. So you can say as he was about to go, he drank some water, or as he was intending to go, he drank some water, or simply in English, before going, he drank some water. So these are ways you can translate this, meaning of this. So you can say about to go, or intending to go, or before going. So what is the book is given here? Is Gamishan. Gamishan, about to go. Of course, this is decline of this masculine noun is singular. Then Ghanishyamana Kanya. Of course, Chinvad Bhavaha has to be Karmani. So this girl who was about to be killed. About to be killed. Okay. By the way, this also connects to, before we go ahead, is the when we did in the case of present participles, when we did the Latashtrishana Chavatama Samadhi Karane, Sambodhane cha Lakshana Hetavoho Kriyayaha. This present participle can also be used like an adverb. So this is also, so that's also could be another meaning. When you have a hetu, for example, under the 3.2.126, the Kashika gives some nice examples. Is first thing he gives is that Shayanaha Bhunjate Yavanaha. I guess the Romans they eat lying down. Lying down they eat. So how do they eat? They eat lying down. So it is like an adverb to that action of eating. Shayanaha Bhunjate Yavanaha. And Arjayan Vasati. Arjayan Vashati. So he stays to earn money. So in order to earn money, he stays. Arjayan Vasati. Adhiyano Vasati. So he stays to study. So you can say studying he stays. But it's not like that. He's staying to study. So the hetu. So the reason for his staying here is because he wants to study. So maybe some of those you can see. But mostly in the future participle, what the book has given is correct. You can either say he's about to, or he's intending to, or he's just before doing something. Just before he's doing that. So, okay, now I think we're almost out of time. The next he's talking about is this what's called the conditional rung. This is a very rare lakara. Very easy to spot. Why is it easy to spot? Well, you see the adagamaha or the adagamaha as the case may be by 6471. So 6471 you will see because of lung, lung, rung, shudadataha. So in lung, lung, rung, in these three lakaras you get the adagamaha. This is udatta. Of course, this doesn't matter to us. So you'll see the adagamaha, and of course the next one is adajadinam. So by 6471-72, you will see the adagamaha or the adagamaha as the case may be. You get the adagamaha only when it's ajadi. That's number one. And because of Shatasi lutoho, we say r, it meant the rit and rung also. By mentioning r in 3133, Panini, he intends that the r should be again the same thing. Without anubandha, when Panini puts, he says nirubandha karne, niranubandha grahane sa anubandha kanam upi grahanam. So when he says r, it means rit and rung both in 3133. Niranubandha grahane. Without anubandha, when Panini puts something, he includes the one with the respective anubandhas. So the r can be linked to rit and rung also. So you'll have the sya pratyaya in there. You'll also have the adagamaha yatha yogyam. So it becomes very easy to spot, very easy to spot, and very rarely used. Why is it very rarely used? Because the meaning in which it comes is such that there has to be, if something happened, something else would have happened, but the speaker knows that both did not happen. That's it's a very, very strange kind of condition. And of course, in Gita, there is no usage of this. I think no use in Devi Mahatmyam. I think in Ramayanam, you have. Ramayanam, I think 3-4 places Valmiki has used this form. It will be very easy to spot, and the meaning is like that. So the 3.3, 139, 140 is the place where Panini gives the meaning of this, where rung can be used. And the 139 says that ling nimitte rung kriyatipattau. Kriyatipatti means that that's what I said, when the kutaschid vaigunyad anabhi nirvrittihi kriyayaha kriyatipattihi. So for some reason that action did not happen. The event did not happen. So the example Kashi gives us dakshinena ched ayasyan na shakatam paryabhavishyat. So that if you had come by the dakshinena, I guess by the southern path, then your cart would not have been become upside down. But you know that he didn't come by that path, and actually the cart became upside down. So that is the meaning in which this is come. And bhutecha. So that it can be the same thing in bhutarthi. It can also come. So it can be used in the past also. So past and in the future also you can say that if he were to study, he'll pass the exam. But you know that he's not going to study and he will not going to pass the exam. In terms of the construction of this form, it is the book says the terminations is formed using a simple future exactly the same as the imperfect is formed from the present or the first conjugation. So all he's saying is that you form the same, like when you say gamishyati, so it'll become what? Instead of you have to apply the sutra which is saying is that in the lang lakara which you formed. So if you go to 3, we'll do it in detail next time. But in 3.4, which we saw, which was the 3.4, we use the pratyaya tasastamipam tam tam tamaha. Let's go to 3.4 because in the lasya adhikara, which sutras do we need here? Because this lakara has n as an it, just like the lung has n as an it. So when you come down here, it says nityam nitaha itascha tasastamipam tam tam tamaha. Let's look at these 3 sutrams. What does it say? Is that in the Uttama Purusha, that ending sakara drops. So when we looked at the lung lakara, what were the forms? Agacham, agachava, agachama. So it's ending sakara in the Uttama Purusha, in the first person. Ending sakara drops. Nityam nitaha itascha. The ending ikar also drops. Agachat. Apashyat deva devasya comes in Gita. Agacha. So the ending ikara drops. And then tas tha mipam tam tam tamaha. So in place of the tas, tha and mip, which is what the third person dual, second person dual, second person plural, and first person singular, you get the yathasankhya adesha of tam, tam, ta, and So these 4 takes place. So same transformation which takes place in the lung lakara also happens here also. So basically that's why he gives a shortcut in the book. The short in the book he says that you take if you take the form gachati, and if you want to form the lung lakara, what do you make? You bring the adagamaha. Remove these 3 rules. These 3 rules which says that itashcha, ending ikara is going to drop. Then you're going to have the nityam nitaha in the Uttama Purusha. You're going to have the ending sakara going. In tasastamipam tam tam tamaha. Become agachat, agachatam, agachanta. Then agacham, agachava, agachama. So you take the lat lakara form and you can jump to the lung lakara form by bringing the adagamaha. remembering that these three rules, which is the nityam nitaha, the ending sakara in the first person is going to drop, then itascha, the ending e is going to drop, and then also the those four pratyas are going to change. You're going to get the tam, tam, ta, and am. That's just from tam, tam, tamaha. This one, I'm sorry. Tam, tam, ta, and This is over here. That's just from tam, tam, tamaha. So what you do is that we take the lut lakara form. We take gamishyati and then make it agamishyat, agamisyatam, agamishyan, agamishyah, agamisyatam, agamishyata, agamishyam, agamishyava, agamishyama. So that is would be the way to do it. And in the Atmanipadam, a similar thing. When you take the form labha, becomes what all transformations takes place there. So when you say alabhe, so it will become, so we'll say, let's say lapsyate. So we say lapsyate instead of the, you just go with the regular endings. So we get the ta atamsha tha satamsam idvahi mahi. So alapsyata, alapsyetam. Most of them, the Karthik, alapsyetam, what's happening there?
Is it ato ngitaha?
Ato nitaha.
Taha.
Ato nitaha. Ato nitaha. What does that sutram say?
The of the of a ngit pratyaya will be.
Why the pratyaya ngit over here in atam?
It is sarvadhatukam apit ngit.
Sarvadhatukam apit. Yes.
Ngit.
Atam pratyaya is pratyaya sarvadhatukam apit. The sya pratyaya is ardhatika pratyaya, but the atam still thinks is sarvatikam. That atam is going to be nittat by sarvatikam apit by 1, 2, 4. So the angam has to end in short a. So you have the sya plus atam, and so that sya was ending in the adantam angam you have. And ato nitaha, the pratyaya is a nit pratyaya atam because sarvatikam apit, and the a is going to become e. And then what Karthik after that?
Lopo vyorvali, that e will drop.
That the yakara of e will drop because of lopo vyorvali. The vakara and yakara drop in followed by val letter. So it becomes itam. After then adgunaha becomes syetam. In case of syanta, only thing is yuantaha atogune. Syanta. No syathaha, nothing special, just pratyaya is thas, syathaha. Syetam, the same thing. Ato nitaha. But ato nitaha is in 7.2. Ato nitaha is about, I think, 7.2, around 80-ish. Ato nitaha. Again, it's the same rule which you need in the lang lakara for the dhatu. So same rule which you need in lang lakara, you need in this lang lakara also. Instead of starting with lut, you start with the lut and go to the same similar steps. So ato nita is 7.281. Okay, and then dhvam, nothing special there. The sya dhvam pratyaya is dhvam itself. In sya, what happens? You have sya plus it. You go titasme padanam tere, and then atogune, sya. And syamahi, only thing is
Here I don't think we'll get tita atmane padanam tere.
oh yes, sorry, atmanaha, yes, got me. Oh yes, thank you. Yes, see what happened was that only ad gunaha here. The pratyaya is not a tit, it doesn't have t as an it. Okay, so what mistake did I make? Because when you say labhe in the lat lakaraha, in that case you have to make the titapmadam tere and atogune. But here the pratyaya is just e and you do ad gunaha. So between the lang lakara and lat lakaraha, in one case, in case of lung, when you say alabhe, in that case you're just doing ad gunaha. In the case of lat, you do titapmadam tere and atogune. Thank you, Karthik. Yes, a slip on my part. Here only ad gunaha. Only when lakara stirs in it, only you have to do the titapmadam tere and atogune. But here there's no ters in it, so only ad gunaha between sya and e, only ad gunaha becomes sye. And syavahi, syamahi, ato dirghoyahi, syamahi. Now let's stop here. This next time we'll go through this in one more time in detail to do these terminations, and then we'll also look at the next page next time. Okay. So I'll stay back for questions. Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Bhyata Nishacharuchamo Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Raman Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhautame Bho Rama Mamuddhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Dattalyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Onnameti. I think Manoj, are you there? I think you might have joined us.
Yeah, I am here. I couldn't join early on. I was still at work.
Okay, good. But I think Karthik got the whole recording, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the recording.
So you can work with him how to upload that,
Okay.
Because we got those. Any questions? I don't think. Okay, then Shubharatri, Hari Om.